Colgate, so whatever. Just totally flirting, hey? And I had like a cock block boyfriend at the time who I for 2 years I was trying to get rid of, so. Hi, welcome to Cherish Love Talks. Okay, so don't mind the background. I'm still moving a lot of things. I'm just adjusting to my new gorgeous, beautiful life, because like Barbie girl in a Barbie world, right? So yeah, so I'm adjusting and it's been super beautiful, super great, and I'm making the best. I'm always looking, like, you know me, if y'all know me, I always look at the cup half full, right? That's just how I survived this motherfucking world that I reincarnated in. So what I want to get into is the story of when I tried steroids. So I'm just not gonna fuck around because it's pissing me off, because all these young kids want to get jacked. They're on the gram, they're seeing all these guys, you know what I mean, that are shooting up in their ass, and the long-term effects, you guys, are not worth it, because we got 30, 40-year-old athletes that have been pumping steroids in their ass since time immemorial, dropping dead from heart attacks and shit. So I just want to talk about like my experience when I did try steroids. And you know, it's something I'm like not proud of, but whatever, you know, live and learn. You have to be young and fucking stupid to be old and wise, right? Just like when I smoked meth, that's another story. Anyways, I'm drug free today. What I can say is I'm drug free. I don't do drugs. I don't even smoke weed. I don't even take motherfucking pharmaceutical medicine unless it's definitely necessary. But usually I just build my immune system for it to work. As well, I do not take vaccines. I haven't took vaccines since I was like in grade 2 or grade 1 and I was forced. I remember when I was living in Peru, I actually guzzled like liters and liters of the water all week so I can build my immune system in case shit hits the fan, I get kidnapped. You know, Indigenous Native woman, no one gives a fuck in Canada or the States if you go missing and shit. We're at the bottom of the food chain. So you gotta really build your immune system and you gotta be solid as fuck. There's no choice. You know what I mean? So when people are like, oh, you're so aggressive or you're so strong. Yes, it's like, okay, I'm not aggressive. I'm brown, and the way I speak is really diplomatic, and I'm kind of passionate. So it's not aggressive. It's just my nature. Like, that's just what's up. And a lot of people, even in the past, have kicked me out of bars, have kicked me out of restaurants just because of the way I looked. It's true. Like, it's true. Saskatchewan for you. It's like the fucking Kentucky of Canada, okay? It's hella racist. Anyways, yes, getting back to the steroids thing. So I was dating this guy and he was super like fine, super hot, whatever. And it was whatevs, you know. I was dating this guy, right? And I didn't motherfucking like him, actually. I liked his brother. His brother was a smoke show. Like, I remember I was at a ball tournament sitting on the bench waiting for my turn to hit the ball. And this guy comes down the hill and everyone starts like, oh, hey, starts saying his name. And then I was like, who the fuck's this guy? Whatever. Not paying attention. And they were like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what's the big motherfucking deal? So I turned around and I looked up the hill and it was like God had just parted the clouds and sent his second coming of the Lord. Down the hill, because what happened was this beautiful guy, he was like 6'6", he like walked down the hill and he had this gorgeous Colgate smile. He was so gorgeous and he was glowing, and the fucking sun had to be behind him, right? Like, are you kidding me? Whatever. So he comes, whatever, it is my ball game, and I was just, you know, like, okay, whatevs, you know what I mean? I gotta play it cool. Like, I'm always playing it cool. I'm not one of those chicks that gets super fucking crazy until maybe 2 weeks in. So yeah, so whatever. So then he comes next to me during the game, sometime during the game, and he's like, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my God, this guy, 6'6", fucking the most beautiful man I've ever seen in my life. To this day, still the most beautiful man I've ever seen on first initial contact. Yeah. So I was just like, okay. And then I was like, holy fuck. This is literally what I said. Holy fuck, your teeth are white. Colgate commercial. And he started laughing and he was like, your teeth are white. You're fucking Colgate. So whatever. Just totally flirting, hey? And I had like a cock block boyfriend at the time who I for 2 years I was trying to get rid of. So so he wouldn't fuck off, so whatever. So I was flirting, I admit it, but I've never cheated on my ex that time. It was flirting, right? But like I said, it was like 2 years I was trying to get rid of the guy. So like the guy, was so obsessed with him, and he gave me faith, and he actually gave me faith and strength to know that you're a hot bitch. There's a lot of people out there, once you break up with this blah blah blah, there's a chance you can love again. So it was pretty cool. So thank you for that. One day I'll tell you the story, because I'm cool with this guy now. Like, I'm cool. Anyways, so I had a huge crush on him. He hollered at me probably a year later. He wanted to go wine and dine in 69, but by then I was already over him. And by then I already liked his brother, actually, who I didn't really give a fuck about at first, because he was just like not as hot as the Colgate guy. So who I found out later, the Colgate guy had veneers. So so yeah, so that was pretty fucking amazing. So yeah, so what had happened is I was at another ball tournament, and I don't know, this weird fucking guy, I was at the gym working out, whatever, doing my thing, and this guy just kept looking at me, and I thought he was actually, I'm not gonna say his name, but I actually thought he was this other guy. And you know, the brother's like 6'4" or whatever. Like, he's a really hot they're a hot ass genetic built family. So he's like 6'4". He's all right, but he's not as hot as this hot brother, who I'd have to say, if he still lived in Saskatchewan, would be the hottest guy in that state, hands down. We all know it. We all fucking know it. So what actually happened was, I was at the gym working out, and this guy who I thought was DL are the initials. These two white boys are both 6'4". They're fucking jacked. They're both motherfucking Hollywood good looks, right? So I thought it was DL, and it's not like I'm gonna be staring for 25 years in his fucking eyes wondering who the hell that is, right? That's creepy. So he kept following me around the gym. Gym was packed as hell. So I was like, oh my God, like, I'm trying to punch out my leg day. Could you fuck off? Like, you know what I mean? It makes a girl nervous. Like, I'll drop a weight, or I'll fucking pass gas. Who knows? I do some crazy shit when I'm shy, because especially if someone keeps staring at your fucking ass, like, it's annoying, right? So what I did was I ditched his ass on that side of the gym, because he just kept following me and staring, and I went to the way opposite side of the gym, and I just kept working out, and the motherfucker followed me all across the gym, and he started doing push-ups right in front of me. So finally I was just like, oh, I'll just talk to the bitch. So I was like, hey, DL. And I was like, are you DL? Like, these boys look like twins, you guys. I'm not even lying. Everybody in Saskatchewan knows they look like twins, okay? And so he's like, no, it's B. Let's call him B. And then I was like, okay, cool. Well, hi, how's it going? Might as well talk to the guy, since he's obviously stalking my life. And he was like, Cherish, right? And I was like, yeah. You know, and then he was like, oh, are you still with so-and-so? And I was like, yeah, I'm still with him. And then B was like, oh, is he still on house arrest? Is he still, like, you know, going through his charges? And I was like, no, actually, or yeah, actually. And he was like, so we were just talking, you know what I mean, and shooting the shit. And I told him, actually, I emailed you a while back just to blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh, did you? I'll check my messages. So whatever. He was like, well, holler at me sometime. We'll go for supper. So whatever. So I left. He messaged me. Wanted to go for supper. But like, his ex-girlfriend is a world champion, Canadian champion. She's an Olympic athlete. She's supermodel, and she is one of those women who her beautiful ass heart matches her physical. Like, this woman is probably one of the most beautiful women, top 3 that I have ever been in energetic environments with. Like, that's his ex. So not only is she a Canadian champ, WBFF, but she's also an Olympian that played professional baseball. So on top of that, she has the most kindest, loving heart in the whole entire world. Like, she would smack dab kiss a homeless person if they were crying. She has the most beautiful heart. So I was kind of like, oh my God, like, I'm his next girlfriend after that, like, or I'm his next prospect after that. It was hella intimidating, and it was hella, like, I was, you know, young, dumb, chilled up, insecure. So what I did is, I knew that old girl had dabbled in steroids in her young career. So I decided, you know, if all these chicks are like all jacked so fast, I'm gonna try steroids, because that's obviously what B likes. And if we start, you know, we're starting to talk, we're starting to shoot the shit, then I want to kind of I kind of want to be more beautiful. So I texted a girlfriend who I knew had knowledge of Anavar. And Anavar gets shipped, it's 90 pills a bottle from Mexico. So my girlfriend actually had a couple bottles. I'm not naming names, you guys. Take it easy. So she shipped me, I told her, yo, I want to try it out. I'll check it out. I was already in the gym 6 days a week, but I wanted to check it out. So I tried it. And I just threw away every single moral that my brother Tyson taught me growing up, which is don't go on steroids. Don't be a fucking sellout. You're gonna wreck your body. And we all know back home, back where I'm from, all these fucking guys will jack up their asses and then go lift weights, and they'll actually stay sober at parties, do lots of coke just so they can scrap, just so they can throw down, all steroided out. And then they go bragging and shit and acting like they're hot shit. Bitch, no you ain't. You just had a massive heart attack at 35 years old. Why don't you tell that part? All these motherfuckers who did steroids back home all had massive heart attacks at age 30, 31. That's what you get for going to parties and picking on people and being a fucking bully. You're a pussy ass bitch. If a person does steroids just to hurt others and to blow their ego up out of their brutal insecurities, you're a fucking bitch, my dude. Like, you gotta heal that insecurity. Lift weights the natural way. And don't pick on people when you are super coked out or drunk. Like, grow the fuck up, you pussy ass bitch. Okay? That's just what I have to say to people who actually take steroids for the intention to do harm on other people, okay? We all know those guys. We all know those guys who go lift a lot of weights and take steroids just to go pick fights with normal ass people. Like, that's fucking such a fucking turnoff. Insecure bitches. Okay? So, rant over. So whatever, so I checked it out and started doing it. The pills, you have to take 6 a day. So I started. And I have never been so hormonally crazy and imbalanced in my whole entire fucking life, you guys. Even more than when I had a miscarriage, a 36-hour miscarriage, and I lost the child, did I ever experience the hormonal crazies. I was only on the steroids for 2 weeks. And by the end of the 2 weeks, I was in the bathroom at work, crouched down in the turtle position, calling my best friend, Danelle, telling her I wanted to kill myself. I wanted to fucking die. I worked in as a case manager and I was blacking out. I was getting so angry at my people that I work with, my clients who were in the program for addictions and getting their kids back. And here I am taking anabolical fucking steroids, Anavar, and like, who, you know what I mean? It was so fucked up and I was getting angry at them and irritable. I wasn't being patient with them and it was fucked right up. So after, like, I was getting so argumentative, such a bitch, and it was tough. Like, I noticed I started to get, yes, I was lifting I was hitting PRs, I was lifting the most weights that I've ever lifted in my life, but in those 2 weeks, I was hitting PRs, I was lifting weights, but I think it was also like the Pareto effect. Is that what it's called? The Pareto effect, like that sugar pill that you take and you're healed up, and that's what doctors trick a lot of people into doing. The placebo effect. Yes, I kind of think it was just the placebo effect thing with the steroid pill. So yeah, so definitely my hormones were crazy. I started to get depressed, crazy, scared. I started to like think that I wanted to commit suicide. So the end of it was when I finally, after those 2 weeks, I only took these for 2 weeks, you guys, and it's pill form and it's blue. By the end of the 2 weeks, I was, like I said, I was in the turtle position at work, holding myself, calling my best friend, saying I want to hang myself, I want to kill myself. There was no fucking reason for me to kill myself. My life was great, except, you know, the healing from my dad and my miscarriage and my leaving my ex-fiance. Like, my heart was bust besides that whole mourning process. Just a really fucking broken process. And I think I was actually still on like probation, legal probation. Oh my God, that's a whole other story. I sound like a hot mess, but I don't give a fuck because this is my truth. So yeah, so anyways, after the end of those 2 weeks, tried to hang myself, tried to contemplate suicide to my best friend, bawling my fucking eyelashes off. I cried my eyelashes off. And she said, babe, wake the fuck up. It's your steroids, dumb shit. It's your steroids. Get off the fucking roids. Duh. And I was like, oh. So it was like a light blinked off and I was like, oh, it is the steroids actually. Because never in my life do I go to such extremes of anger like this. It was just brought out so much anger in me, more than I've ever experienced. I just wanted to smash a lot of my clients, even for talking back for 2 seconds. I wanted to beat the fuck out of them. So I was really angry, and she just kind of woke me up to it, and she was like, it's the roids, get the fuck off the steroids. So I jumped up, I grabbed my pill bottle of my Anavar, and I just put them all down the toilet in that moment, and the whole entire toilet water turned blue. Such a cheap fucking pill. Who knows what's on it? And I just flushed them, and I said, never again am I going to sink to that level of insecurity to try and impress a man and just start taking fucking drugs just to impress somebody. That's fucked up. Like, I don't need to, I can just be myself, accept myself for who I am. And if they don't love me for who I am, then fuck it, somebody will. Someone will appreciate my naturalness and my natural fit body. I know I'm not a curvy fucking Marilyn Monroe or Kim Kardashian, but I'm a 5'10" bitch who knows how to dabble, play soccer, and play any sport like a motherfucking warrior. So that's it. That's what's up. So just learning to accept my body, my fit, athletic, tall body, for me, takes a lot. It's an everyday thing. I do suffer with body dysmorphia. So it's a lot of everyday kind of like just loving myself where I'm at day by day by day, not thinking too hardcore or far, but just loving the temple that you and God agreed upon this reincarnation, and upkeeping with the vessel. You want to upkeep and respect your vessel, okay? So that's my experience with steroids. Don't ever fucking do steroids, guys. It's messed up. You'll want to kill yourself. You'll be angry. That's why it made sense to me when all these roid guys are shooting up in the ass, and then they go lift a lot of weights, and then they go to parties and they want to fucking fight people and pick on people because they're such insecure fucking losers. It's easy for them to snap and get angry. It's because their hormones are crazy. Like, you hear this all the time, you guys. It's true. Or you want to kill your family from longevity of drug-induced psychosis. Of course you're gonna want to murder your fucking family. It made sense to me. So yeah, so that's what's up. That's my experience with steroids. Never motherfucking again. So don't do them. Don't even try. Don't even contemplate. You're beautiful and gorgeous the way you are. You're beautiful and you're perfect. And why fit in when you were born to stand out? You're fucking gorgeous. Don't do steroids, okay?